crushed. It is one of the most traumatic fates to befall a family. They were born beautiful triplets into a world of possibilities where the poor and their offspring can thrive. But under the brutal wheels of a state-sponsored bulldozer, they died one after the other. On February 23, 2013, Badia East, an informal community in Lagos State, came under the siege of a sudden, unannounced demolition by the then government of Babatunde Raji Fashola, as residents struggled to retrieve their few property from the early morning raid on their homes. As pandemonium spread, Iyawo Paul, Paul's wife, a heavily pregnant young woman, fainted, then went into forced labor at the site of her house with all her family property intact, going under the bulldozers guarded by ferocious and fully armed policemen sent by the government. Like other distraught residents, they wouldn't allow her pick a pin. She was rushed to a hospital where she had a set of triplets a few hours later, born premature, no incubators. Her husband, Paul, a driver, was away on commercial duty. The premature triplets contracted jaundice and died, one after the other, a few weeks later.
Her husband also left her. Then her mind snapped.
She had a mental breakdown. Today, she still lives among the debris of Badia East 4 years after. A mentally sick woman, a childless, destitute, hopeless. This is what Demolitions in Lagos does. Deaths at dawn. Damaged adults. In Lagos, it appears a crime to be born poor.
There are people dying. If you care enough for living, make a better place for you and for me.
Governor Akinwumi Ambode, where did our children go wrong? Since assumption of office in May 2015, Governor Akinwumi Ambode of Lagos, who came to power preaching the gospel of inclusive and rural development, has embarked on a rampage of demolition of shops of SMEs in Oshodi, Ikeja, Sabo Ikorodu, and virtually everywhere across Lagos, sent petty traders parking, banned street trading, backbones of the significant informal economy, amidst an unprecedented economic recession biting hard nationwide. Yet, the biggest victims of these are children. Thousands of innocent children whose only crime is being borne by the urban poor. Roofs have been taken from their heads and food from their already rickety tables as houses and shops go up in flames in a new and unprecedented wave of never-before-seen brutality against the majority poor in Lagos State. Court rulings are flouted with mega immunity, the only place where the poor could call home in Ikate Elegushi, Ilubirin, Ilaje Bariga, Badia East, and now Otodogbame lie in debris. About 100 Lagos waterfront communities are being targeted for demolition, and with no plans of compensation, relocation, or relief whatsoever for the people affected or those to be affected, as guaranteed by local and international laws. Otodogbame, the unprecedented war on a poor fishing community. On April 9, 2017, the world woke to the traumatizing sight of hundreds of people from an impoverished community floating in dugout canoes on a Lagos lagoon amidst the rains. Their rickety houses were on fire. They were being driven farther into the Atlantic Ocean by gun-toting policemen sent in by the government. Many of them had been shot dead. Several were bleeding from gunshot wounds. Children, the aged, huddled inside boats, wailing, afraid for dear life. Otodobame was being finally uprooted. 32,000 impoverished people gave way to make way for a mega city that has no patience for the poor. Tales of woe. Daniel Aya, a young man with 2 young children, was shot to death by one of the policemen sent to violently evict Otodobame community. So was Elijah Avonda, a middle-aged man. Since October 2016, a total of 4 persons had been shot dead.
There's something like early morning. The day was not bleak like this. Something like 6. Just wake up, start shout. They just has everybody wake up. Everybody wake up. When I stand up with my friend, where gunshot was one house, water side. The house was already near, far from them before. So and I tried to run to save those things. The man just say, "Come on there, come on there." Before we come out, just jump, come on, like he just shoot the bullet straight. And the bullet entered my belly and threw her. The one with threw her, my second already did down to carry something to give me, and she stand up like this. Go mark her here. She dead straight.
During another November 2016 violent eviction in the middle of the night by fire and gunshots, about 12 persons, including children, were reportedly drowned in the lagoon when they attempted to escape the